Don't think. Feel. This is like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger, or you miss all the heavenly glow. Do you understand?
Hello, my friends. Hello, hello. Okay, I want to make this video as a response to my buddy, the Advice Show channel. I decided to go ahead and make this video for my Nezami channel, since this doesn't pertain to language learning. This is another issue here. So I basically want to make this video response to the video title. What was it? I think it was Niggaz standing in line with buying Jordans or something like that. I can't even remember the exact name, but you made a video the other day where you recorded something. You were recording something on the news. They were showing how there are a lot of black folks out there buying Jordans and stuff, and I guess some people were getting robbed or something. I don't know. Something was going on, but that's the video I want to make a response to. Now, before I get into it, I just want to say that your videos are very good. I really do love your videos, man. Like, you're very wise, positive message. But this particular video, I didn't really like, and I'm going to explain to you why. But I want to first start off with a story. Now, I've talked about this before, but like where I grew up in the hood. Like, I grew up around those type of people. You know, I have those type of people in my family, and there's a certain mentality that people have that they're unaware of. Okay. And, you know, as I got older and I started meeting other people, I started learning new things. Like, I don't know, it was strange at first, but I started seeing things differently, you know, from the average person, the average person in the hood. So it's like, once I started seeing things more clear, I found myself, and this was also because of the type of people I was hanging around with. They had the same mentality as well. We had sort of a elitist. It was sort of an elitist mindset. Like, and I think this is part of white supremacy. A lot of people who are brought up in the States, a lot of us are victims of white supremacy. And what we used to do is we used to like talk down on the niggas. Like this video, I'm talking about the niggas. Like, we used to just talk down on them. You know, like, we see somebody, they walking around with their pants down, and just look. We used to call them boudits. That's what we used to call them. I don't know if you know about this movie. It's very old. It came, a Master P, Silk the Shocker. They had this movie called Bout It, and we used to just call these cats boudits, like just your regular niggas, okay? And we used to do that. We did that for a long time, and just being unaware of this type of mindset, this type of mentality we had. We were unaware, although we were able to see things clear as far as the music. We had positive minds and whatnot, but we still had a problem. And this was the racist mentality, white supremacist mentality. So we would talk down on them, you know, look down, basically look down on them. And what's ironic about it is that, you know, for me, you know, I came from that. You know, I was the same way. I used to walk around with my pants down and spending $150 on a pair of Jordans and whatnot. I used to do the same stuff when I was in like middle school and high school, but I didn't know any better. That's something that, you know, a lot of us fall into, that category we fall into. We try to fit in, you know. That's the mentality that a lot of us had. So I didn't start getting out of that until like I started, you know, I accepted Islam. Now, I'm not saying, before I start talking about this, I'm not saying that Islam would do this to everyone, you know, because I mean, I still know people who are practicing Islam and they still are racist, or they still have a racist mentality, a white supremacist mentality, and they're unaware of it. They think they're not, but they are. You see? So I'm not saying that this will help everyone, but this will help everyone. But for me, it took this to open up my eyes to more things in terms of race, you know. And I started analyzing things a little bit more than I did before, you know. So I can definitely say that Islam has helped me in that respect. So I don't look down on anybody, you know, because I look at the whole picture. I always like to look at the whole picture, and I see myself. You know, I like when I watched that video, I saw like those dudes that were in the interview and stuff. Like I saw myself because I was there, you know. So yeah, that's what it is. That's my story. That's what happened. I was the same way. I had the same mentality, and I always talked about, you know, niggas this, niggas that. Niggas need to, you know, they need to stop doing this, need to stop doing that. But in reality, you know, doing that is actually adding to the racism, the white supremacist mindset, the mentality. You know, we it's funny because we always talk about racist white folks and white supremacy, but we sit back and talk about our own people. Like niggas, we talk about niggas, and you know, this is adding more to the racism. And the funniest thing about it, we all niggas. As far as these white supremacists are concerned, it no matter where you from, don't matter how much money you make, don't matter how positive you are or how productive you are, you're not in the hood, you still a nigga. We all are niggas. So it's like, that's the funniest thing about it. So I just wanted to put this out there because, like I said, a lot of people are unaware of this. A lot of people don't know. Like they fall into this category. And like I said, I was there too. I used to talk down on them too, but it's not going to do any good. It's not going to help them, you know, because it's almost like, you know, let's say one of those cats watched your video, that video you made, they're going to look at that. First of all, they're going to get offended, which we know people are going to get offended on YouTube. That's just unavoidable. And then they're not going to understand what you're talking about. That's just like, you know, if we talk about music, and you're into hardcore rap, and that's all you grew up listening to, and all your peers and whatnot, your family, you weren't exposed to alternative, you know, hip hop and whatnot. If I start breaking down what hip hop is and, you know, telling you that you need to stop listening to this music and blah blah blah, you're not going to understand what I'm saying. It's going to take time. You may never understand what I'm saying, depending on how much effort you're willing to put in to understand it. You're not going to understand what I'm saying, so it's not helping by criticizing people like that. It's not going to help. So so what we're doing is we're just adding, like I said, we're adding to the racism, and the people who are white supremacists with the white supremacist mindset, racist mindset, they're sitting back laughing, watching these videos, eating popcorn, and just laughing at us because we are niggas too, and we're sitting back talking about our own people, you know. So I think what we need to do with these videos, you know, like you've been doing, you know, continue to put out the positive messages and be an example, and stop trying to criticize people, because that's not going to help. You know, like over on my channel, I don't criticize anybody. I don't make videos and, you know, talking about what people should do and whatnot. I just try to put advice out there and be an example, you know, especially for black folks. They need to see that. But if our own people see us talking down on them, it's like, okay, this the Uncle Tom's, you know, they think we Uncle Tom's and sold out and whatnot because we talking about them, you know. And sure, a lot of the stuff makes sense. Like, there's no way now that, you know, I'm going to go out and buy a $150 pair of shoes or, you know, be acting crazy like that. Of course not, because I know better. My mentality is different, you know. So people who live that type of lifestyle, you know, it's not that, you know, they're I'm not looking down on them like they're scum or anything. That's just the lifestyle that they have to learn. That's all they know, pretty much. That's all they know. They don't know any better. So, yeah, man, just keep up. Like I said, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep making those videos and stuff and putting out positive messages. But try to avoid making these type of videos just talking about, you know, you know, just talking about people like that, because it's not going to really help. We're just creating more hate. That's all it is. It's just hate. You know, it may not seem like hate to some people, but it is hate if you sit back and think about it. You know, it's like, yeah, because it's like you have your mentality and they have their mentality, and they're doing things that you wouldn't do. They're doing things that you wouldn't do. So it's like, if I see you, I'm black, okay, and I'm doing positive things, and I see, and you're black, and you're out here doing crazy stuff, I'm going to lose face, especially when it goes public. When a lot of people see that, I'm going to lose face, because we know that a lot of people like to generalize. So then that makes me upset, and then I'm going to talk down on you, say this nigga, you know, all that stuff. That's what happens. That's just how it works, man. That's how it works. So I think I'm going to end this video here. I just wanted to make a video response to that, because like I said, a lot of us are unaware of this type of mentality, you know. So we all got to learn. I'm learning. I learned a lot, still learning. I have a lot to learn, you know, and I just try to help other people learn, you know, share my knowledge, you know, and the things that I, you know, just, I don't know, share my thoughts on certain topics. So yeah, that's it, man. Thanks for viewing the video. Like I said, keep up the good work. And yeah, man, let me know what you think. Like I said, I don't want to make this video. This is not a negative video. It's just something that I want to put out there I just want to share my thoughts and, you know, tell you guys how I feel about, you know, that type of stuff, you know, because it's just, yeah, it is coonery. It is, you know, nobody can deny that it is coonery. I mean, they acting crazy, but you just sitting back talking about it, it's not gonna help anything. So, all right, that's it.